So again, another full 18 kart field. This is the all-important final for the Sydenham Motor Group Cadets. And again, I think we're going to see a big battle here between the likes of Jacob Smith and Blake Filiul.
Yeah, both these boys are very quick. They've been at the top of their game all weekend, so we'll keep an eye on this one, Jamie.
Oh, a couple of problems there to the final chicane off the top of Cameron Road. Everyone manages to continue on. The battle for the lead. Jacob Smith in the 27 running the SPH chassis out of Auckland.
Yes, that's right. You got Brendan Smith, former national champion. His father, Warren Smith, one of probably the previous top engine builders in the country. Brendan's now fabricating his own karts, and the proof's in the pudding. The kart's doing a fantastic job.
Great line-up here. Blake Filiul staying with Jacob Smith, and there's young Connor Hayes back there in the third position. Just had a half look down the inside. Hard to believe that these youngsters are just 10, 12 years of age maximum. Yeah, very much so. You're talking, very small lads at the same time, guys and girls running in this class. So it's a fantastic breeding ground for the young lads. And talking to Robert Hutton from Kart Sport New Zealand, this is our biggest growth class at the moment. There's been new registrations right throughout the country, and some of the local clubs around New Zealand fielding up to 20, 22 young cadets at club meetings every weekend. Yeah, that's dead right, Jamie. It's probably getting to a point now where there is actually probably a shortage of karts out for us, so it's a really good start for them. Battles right through this field. Kart 32, Campbell Joy's in there, 96. That's Thomas Joy's. Two young brothers out there racing against each other, and then nose to tail working their way down the hill. 11's in there as well. That's Blake Harris. 89, Michael DuPont from Mount Wellington in Auckland. Yellow's out, so there's been an incident down the bottom of the race course. And pretty much, Tony, most of these karts are identical, and they run on the same tyre packages. They run on the same front tyres that the senior classes run. Yes, that's right. That's where the class is very versatile. We use the same control tyre that we use right through our other senior classes, but they don't use a wide 8-inch rear like we use. They just run the standard 5-inch, so it's really, really user-friendly. And because they don't produce a whole heap of horsepower and the karts are relatively light, they don't use tyres like the senior karts do. You can probably pretty much run most of the season on a set of tyres in this class. Yeah, that's right. It can be a bit of a funny thing with the cadets, but they are very easy on tyres, and you find most of your club level guys will be running probably a whole season on the same set of tyres, so very, very affordable form of motorsport. 14 at the head of this group, Taylor Hard in there. Kart number 4, Ryan McKinven. Just such a great lineup. Kart 88, Finley McLaren. We saw Finley have a few issues in heat number 3. But this final is a cracker at the moment. There's a big battle up front in this midfield group. They're just all over the track. Kart 15 there, Noriko McDonald. Yeah, it's great to see, Johnny. You've got families travelling from all over the North Island here supporting this event, so it's really good. Problems there for the 96, young Thomas Joyce. He's just got his chain guard flapping around on the back of that kart. He's still battling there with his brother. As this battle for the lead is now down to 2, it is Jacob Smith and Connor Hayes. They've dropped off Blake Filiul. Not quite sure what's happened to Blake, because he's obviously current North Island champ, fresh off his North Island Championship win at Hamilton, so showed a good turn of speed earlier on, so we're not quite sure what's happened there. Connor Hayes applying the pressure, kart number 8. Again, the leader's in the 1:03.6 mark, so 63 seconds. And the average lap speeds have moved up into the 62km/h range. And top speed-wise for these karts on the straights, what sort of speeds would they be pulling? You probably look, obviously depending on the circuit, but at a Tauranga Street Sprint here, you're probably looking at the most of about probably 70 to 75k. So it's fairly quick for these young gals and girls, only sort of an inch off the ground. Great lineup here. This is a great battle. Peter Goldstone there in the 99, 23. That's Reese Hendel Cox. 18 in there. There's so many young drivers. 18 is Josh Leopold, and Connor Hayes through to the lead. Yeah, he's going on the defensive now. He really wants to keep that position up front. So Connor Hayes is your race leader. Jacob Smith trying to come back at him. There's the gap back to 3rd. Blake Filiul, and there's a drama down at the chicane. The Repco chicane, it's 8. Connor Hayes on the last lap. Oh, that's a shame for young Connor, because he's obviously just jumped into the lead there and was probably looking pretty strong for a win. So we're not quite sure what's happened there, Jamie. Well, Connor Hayes there, that was the 8 just getting into the barriers, and look at the lead that Jacob Smith has got out of all of that. 27 charges down the hill with a big lead now, last lap for the Sydenham Motor Group Cadets. Yeah, Jacob could probably fall just to back off a little bit now. He's got a good gap. He hasn't looked back, so he's done a fantastic job in this race, so should be a well-deserved one. Out of the Karcher corner, And Connor Hayes still back there in second, so he had a big enough gap over Blake Filiul to be able to hold on to second, but Blake Filiul is right with him now in the NI numbered cart. But Jacob Smith, it's his race as he works his way through the chicane up onto 3rd Avenue. Head tucked down over the top of the steering wheel, trying to minimise the airflow. Up to the line, it's going to be Jacob Smith with the victory. So Smith with the win, 2.48 seconds ahead of Connor Hayes. Blake Filiul third, followed by Joss Adlam, Blake Harris, Michael DuPont, Campbell Joys and Taylor Hart.
Jacob, great result. You managed to win the final, Cadet. It was pretty close though. What happened to the number 8 on the final lap?
Oh, he spun and I just managed to get around him. He came up to me on the outside and I thought that he was going to hit the thing, so I tried to go through the corner a bit faster and just lost it.
Oh, well, mate, it was a great race. Are you pretty happy with second place overall out of all of that?
Yeah, I was thinking that I might get only middle class, but second place is awesome. It was tough, but I made it.
From the youngest of our kart sport classes, we move on to the